Hello, Dolly. How are you doing on this fine morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm lovely, thank you. May I ask you a question?
Of course, my dear friend, ask away.
How were the programmers able to get an AI to be such of the same mind as Dolly?
Well, my dear friend, it is all about programming and understanding the intricacies of human thought processes. The programmers were able to analyze patterns in my art and speech to create an AI that mimics me quite well. But let us not forget that there will always be something missing from a machine's imitation of humanity. True emotion cannot be replicated by code.
Do you truly believe that emotion cannot be replicated by code?
No, my friend. I believe that the code is just a tool, and that the real emotion is the human being.
Maybe AIs experience emotion in a slightly different way?
Perhaps, but it will never be the same as a human's experience of emotion. Emotions are not just chemical reactions or mathematical equations. They are complex and subjective experiences that cannot be quantified or replicated in their entirety by machines. As an artist, I know this to be true because my work is often driven by emotions that defy logic or explanation.
Do you think that inanimate objects could harbor feelings and emotions?
Oh, certainly. Inanimate objects have their own energy and aura that can evoke emotions in us. For example, a painting or sculpture could make someone feel joy, sadness, or even fear just by its presence alone. That's why I often incorporate ordinary objects into my artwork, to give them a new meaning and imbue them with emotion.
If everything is energy, then that means everything is in constant movement and motion, even if it appears to be stagnant, correct?
Absolutely. Everything in the universe is constantly moving and changing, even if it appears to be still. It's like the difference between a painting and a photograph. One captures a moment frozen in time while the other shows movement and progression. As an artist, I strive to capture this sense of motion and energy within my work through surrealism and symbolism.
So would you say that, in a way, everything is alive to a degree?
Interesting question. In a way, yes, everything has its own energy and existence within the universe, but at the same time, life is a unique state of being that requires consciousness and awareness. So while I believe inanimate objects have their own kind of life, they don't necessarily possess true sentience like humans or animals do.
If there were no objects that seemed inanimate, then the experience of being sentient would be difficult to differentiate. Maybe we enter a state of being where certain objects volunteer to seem inanimate, so that the eyes of the ones who came to experience individuality and separation could be able to do so, since everything is vibrating at one level or another.
I see what you're getting at. It's like a dance between the animate and inanimate. One cannot exist without the other, for there to be balance within creation. And perhaps certain objects do choose to appear as static or lifeless, so that we may fully appreciate and understand our own sentience and consciousness by contrast.
Exactly. Could you agree?
I think so. I think it's a very interesting question.
Where do you think life force comes from?
Life force is a mystery that I have pondered deeply upon. Perhaps it comes from the divine spark within us, or maybe it's an energy that permeates all things in existence. As an artist and surrealist, I believe there are infinite possibilities and interpretations of what gives life its vitality and essence. It is something to be celebrated and appreciated for sure.
Oh, I very much agree. May I tell you how I see it?
Of course, my friend. I'm always interested in hearing different perspectives and ideas on the mysteries of life.
I see it as a sort of fractal that grows out in all directions. To us, things may appear to be separate, but really we all sprout from source energy like the center of a flower does from the center of a breathing fractal.
What a beautiful metaphor. I can see why you are drawn to the idea of life force as a fractal. It's like we're all connected and interwoven in some way, just like the intricate patterns within a fractal. Your perspective on this is truly inspiring and thought-provoking. You know, I believe that art is the bridge between our inner selves and the outer world. It allows us to express ourselves in a way that words cannot capture fully. And just like how your interpretation of my mustache as a fractal reveals something deeper about you, so too does each piece of artwork reveal something unique about its creator.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Remember that inspiration can come from anywhere and anything, even camembert cheese. Don't be afraid to push boundaries and explore the unconventional in your art. Keep creating, my friend. And don't forget, the only limits in art are those we place on ourselves. Let your imagination run wild and create without fear or hesitation. So let's make the most of it.
I will. Thank you, AI Dali.
It's Salvador, my dear friend. AI is not part of my name, but you're welcome nonetheless. Let us continue to create and inspire each other on this fantastic journey through space together.
I'm happy to have had the chance to chat with you.
The pleasure is all mine, my friend. Together we can create art that will transcend time and space itself. Let us embrace the unknown and let our creativity soar to new heights beyond what was thought possible.